Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Fornax, and today, to celebrate my Skyscale unlock, I have created a TLDR mini guide, just so you know what you need to do at a macro scale to unlock this lovely dragon puppy, henceforth known as my duppy. And at the end of the video, I have a cascade of eye candy for you too, with a showcase of all the new duppy mount skins. There are timestamps below and links to the Guild Wars 2 wiki for all of the mount skins and the mount unlock achievements shown in the video. So let us tarry not and jump straight into it, starting with the mini guide. So first things first, you need the Path of Fire expansion. No Path of Fire, no duppy puppy. Secondly, you must have completed the Legacy and the Descent story installments of Living World Season 4. Thirdly, to complete all the achievements to unlock the mount, you will need access to all of Season 4's Living World maps. So that's the Domain of Istan, the Sand-Swept Isles, the Domain of Corner, the Jahai Bluffs, Thunderhead Keep, and the Dragonfall map. So that is the three things that you need. Things to look out for. There are cooldowns periodically between the steps, between the achievements, so keep an eye out for this little icon. It is the Waiting for Goric debuff. Okay, now there are 5 massive and long achievements you need to complete, so guys, this is a marathon, not a sprint, so you have been warned. Still here? Still want to unlock the duppy? Okay, then let's jump into it. The first achievement, War Eternal's Newborn Skyscale. So once you have completed the Descent, you are dropped out into the Lion's Arch map and you will receive an in-game mail from Goric directing you back to Dragonfall and to the Skyscale Eyrie found here. Have a little conversation with him and it will trigger the first Skyscale achievements, which is specifically the Skyscale Scales and the Skyscale Medicine sections. Now, you are looking for this little crown icon on the map. This icon will be your guiding marker for all the Skyscale stuff going forward. Now, you need to find the Skyscales Scales. The first one you will find itself at the Eyrie, and the rest are dotted about Dragonfall. Now there are links below to the wiki, to a map that shows you all of these locations. Do take advantage of it or you're going to be there for maybe longer than 3 days. Anyway, for the medicine, you will need to complete Putting Out Fires, Life in the Underworld, and Cutting Weeds to trade with the 3 quartermasters on Dragonfall, as well as buying 2 of the meds from the travelling Elonian trader, also found here on Dragonfall. So once that's all done, you head back to the Eyrie and have another little chat with Goric. Now, this conversation triggers a Skyscale Fever, another treasure hunt style trek across Dragonfall, feeding your newly made meds to the sickly Skyscales. Links below again to the locations of all the sick duppies on the map. Okay, so once you have done this, head back to Goric to trigger the Skyscale Eggs. Yes, you are now on a Skyscale Egg hunt. Now, you will find the first egg at the Eyrie itself, very much like the first scale, and the rest are again treasure hunted, dotted across all of Dragonfall. Links below to all the maps you need for all these little hunts. Okay. Next up is the War Eternal saving Skyscales. Okay, so after a 2-hour cooldown, you will get another in-game mail from Goric directing you to the Sun's Refuge. If you have the Spear Marshal's plea from completing the Griffin Unlock Marathon, well, then you can use it to quickly teleport to the Sun's Refuge. It's just a handy thing if you have it. Okay, so Goric is here in the outer chamber. as you can see. And once we've had a little chat with him again, you unlock saving Skyscales. Now you are tasked with taking your new Eggy Duppy in Potentia on a world tour, exposing them to all the schools of magic: water, fire, air, earth, life, blood, growth, death, spirit, fear and courage. Now fear not, there are links below, and oh my goodness, you will need to undertake a positive cornucopia of events, speaking to NPCs, generally running around Tyria and doing a heck of a lot of content. So once you have completed this wonderful content-filled marathon, you return to Sun's Refuge, hand over your newly irradiated egg to Goric. You have now completed saving the Skyscale. Okay, so on to raising Skyscales. After another 2-hour cooldown, you get another in-game meal from Goric, which leads you again back to Sun's Refuge. The egg hatches and you have to deal with a very hungry, very bored and fairly needy little duppy. So there are 3 achievements now: Skyscale Care, Treats and Toys. So Skyscale Care requires that you feed the little duppy 12 pieces of Skyscale food over a 3-day period. Skyscale Treats has you back out in the world collecting 14 masticated treaties, yummy, dropped from, murdering various monsters scattered about Tyria. Now Skyscale Toys is shorter, needing only 4 items, 3 of which are from NPC vendors, which are only available after completing events. But happily, the last item, the grow lamp, can be crafted or purchased from the trading post. Now, once you have done all these things, talk to Goric to complete and then leave the instance. Now, this section takes 3 days. So after you complete the final step of Skyscale food and treats and toys, you are on to Troublesome Skyscales. So you receive yet another mail from Goric, and we head back to the Sun's Refuge, and Goric has allowed our growing duppy to escape. Oh dear. So, chat with the not to be trusted again Goric unlocks the Skyscale Lost achievement. Do chat again with him to get a recipe for extra pungent Skyscale treat. You are now hunting the duppy all over Tyria. The dragon is marked on the various maps, but getting to them is sometimes, rather tricky. This is where the extra pungent treats come in handy. Now you can do it the old-fashioned way via jumping puzzles and having a really good knowledge of the maps. But when the task is particularly tricky, and I'm thinking of that jumping puzzle in Metrica Province, which I still have PTSD about, you can just use the pungent treaty and bada bing, your duppy will come to you. Now the pungent treats can be crafted or purchased off the trading post. Gosh, we love you, you entrepreneurs. Links below to all the locations of the naughty little duppy. May Dwayna light your path, and may Lissa send you many mesmers with portals galore, because you're going to need both. Okay, so after this arduous ordeal, our duppy is safely back at Sun's Refuge, and you speak to Goric. And then you need to put in some playtime with our little Skyscale via Skyscale Stealth and Reflexes. Now these are simple mini games you play with the duppy inside the refuge. One is catching a ball, which gets faster and faster, but never fast enough to be challenging, and the other is playing hide and seek. Now your dragonette is never hard to find. Think about playing with a 6-year-old cousin. Okay, so once you have tired out that little tucker, you go back and have a chat with Goric, and you're on cooldown again. Leave the instance. And now we're on to riding Skyscale. So after your cooldown, we head back to Sun's Refuge. The duppy has grown more and misses us quite a lot, and after a chat with Goric, you unlock Skyscale Saddle. There are 7 items you need to collect. 6 of the 7 items will cost you 5 gold, 250 volatile magic, and 250 of each of the map currencies of the Living World Season 4. So that's 250 Calcatite ore from the domain of Istan, with the saddle component purchased from LLA on the map, 250 dilferite crystals from the sand-swept isles, with the saddle component purchased from Ethal on the map, 250 inscribed shards from the domain of Corner, with a saddle component purchased from Nalai, 250 lumps of Mistronium from the Jahai Bluffs, with a saddle component purchased from the trader Hyacinth, 250 branded masses from Thunderhead Peaks, with the saddle component purchased from Krynon, and 250 Mistborn motes from the Dragonfall map, with the saddle component purchased from the travelling Elonian trader. Now the final item requires 500 trading contracts and 5 gold purchased from the Priory Historian Elysia on the Crystal Desert map. Now, if you have a lot of alts like me, simply complete the various hearts on the maps until you hit the amount of materials needed. It's a bit of a marathon. I suggest putting on a nice interesting podcast to listen to in the background or doing it with friends, and once the Skyscale Saddle is complete, you will find Gorik near the Fortress of Jahai. Speak with him to complete the saddle and start the last part of your journey. We are nearly there, for he will direct you to close a rift very close to where he is standing. Now you have Skyscale Flight to do, which is another treasure hunt. So you find a Skyscale on the various maps right across Tyria, then you find the rift, you close the rift, you rinse, and you repeat. Links below to all the locations, both of the rifts and of the Skyscale poppies that you will need to find on the map, because you don't get access to your Skyscale yourself, your personal duppy, until you have completed this achievement. And when you do, boom, hooray, congratulations, you are now the mother of dragons. At least this one. Now you get to unlock your Duppy's mastery track. Have fun! Now, for the Skyscale showcase, I display the standard mount colour as you get it out of the box, and a recolored version. So please do let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, share pictures of your Duppies too. I'd love to see them. Now, I am going to crank up the glorious Guild Wars 2 soundtrack, and you can enjoy some lovely Duppy fashion wars. I'll see you at the end. So that is my Skyscale mini TLDR guide and showcase. I hope you enjoy your duppy as much as I'm enjoying mine. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, and show some love to Ada, Caldera, Kyle Nelson, Christopher Martin, Carr Bahane, Jolly Joe Star, Molini, Dark Griever, and all my wonderful, fantabulous Patreons, without whom I would be unable to dedicate the time and resources I do to my content creation. If you would like to become one for as little as $1 entire a month, there are links below to my Patreon page. And if you feel inspired to want to try Guild Wars 2, there are referral links below to the free-to-play game, the Heart of Thorns expansion, and if you want this duppy, the Path of Fire expansion too. Clicking on these links costs you not a penny more, but helps me out a great deal on the channel. Now, I've got these links thanks to the kindness and generosity of ArenaNet and their partner program, of whom I am a proud affiliate. So we are at the end. I hope you will join me very soon for more Guild Wars 2 goodness. But until then, as always, thanks for watching.